What's up, guys? It's Steph Allen. If you're ready to build real strength mentally, physically, and spiritually, this is the show for you. No fluff, no hype, just real conversations and real growth. Welcome to Brotherhood Rising. I have a little tickle in my throat. I thought I was going to cough, but it went away. So that's cool. What's up, guys? Hope you're awesome. I hope you're awesome. I hope you are awesome. Do you feel awesome? Do you? You should. Why should you? I don't know. Why not? That's the better question. Not why should I feel awesome? Why shouldn't you feel awesome? But man, we're back. Episode number 14, I believe. Yeah, episode number 14, man. And I am pumped up for this episode. What's going on? What's been going on in life? Football started for my kids, my boys started football. Jace, my oldest, it's his it's his second year playing tackle football. And Jet, it is his first year playing tackle football. So that's exciting to be watching and to be a part of. I'm not going to lie. I've already been out on the field and offered to help coach and have had some opportunities to coach. I just can't help it. You know what I mean? Like when you grow up around sports and you know sports and it's something that is just in your DNA, and guys, I've said this before, like I'm not good at a lot of things, but I know a lot about sports, and that is something I am good at. That's something I have an eye for. So any opportunity I get to coach, I'm going to take advantage of it. So I've been helping just a little bit. I'm not like on coaching staff or anything like that. I don't even know if you have coaching staff in youth football, but I'm just out there helping. Like yesterday, we went out and they were short coaches. They only had 2 coaches for the whole team, and there's over 20 kids, maybe even closer to 30 on this team, on Jace's team. And I just went out there and I told the coach, hey, if you guys need an extra pair of eyes or need help with anything, let me know. I'd love to help. And they loved it. So it was cool. And they let me come out and help coach. And that's what I did. And it was awesome. It's just something that I just like to coach, man. I like to coach. I like to lead, especially youth, especially in sports, something that I genuinely enjoy doing. So that's been going on. Our wedding, for those who don't know, Mags and I, we're already legally married. We got married at the end of February, but our actual wedding is in like 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks, a week and a half. I don't know. It's coming up September 14th. We're doing that out in Tennessee, in East Tennessee, which we are excited for. Just something small with close friends and family. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we're doing that in Sevierville, Tennessee. Not Seaverville. I was saying it wrong for a while. It's Sevierville, Tennessee. So we're doing that, and I am excited about that. We're getting a house up in the mountains. We're going to be there for like a week, and then we have a venue. The venue is beautiful, so we can't wait for you guys to see pictures with that. It's going to be a good time. What else? And then on Monday, this past week, me and a couple of the guys inside of the Brotherhood group, we randomly just got together and went golfing. Just spent the whole day out at the golf course and first met up at one of the guys, because we met in St. Louis. We met at one of our guys' houses, and how awesome was this? He cooked us breakfast, steak and eggs, and some fruit. What? So we did that. That was great. And then spent the day golfing. Me and Bryce, we shot a 78. So not mad about that at all. It was, man, it was a good day. It was a good day to just fellowship, and the bond inside of the Brotherhood group is just getting tighter and tighter. Commitment is on an all-time high level from all the men inside of the Brotherhood group. And man, it's hard. Like it is hard to coach and lead any kind of group, especially via the internet, because there's that lack of, interaction or engagement, or not engagement, but just physical and in-person interaction. I would obviously love to be more in person, but you know what? We're building something special, and who knows what the future has in store for the Brotherhood group. We're going to keep doing in-person events and things and get-togethers as much as we can. But yeah, we got to do that on Monday, and it was a great time. So just a lot going on in my life, and not in a bad way. Just, just doing the things, working, being a dad, being a husband. And, it's a lot. And I think it's a lot. And it kind of leads me to our topic today. It is a lot. And oftentimes, and I think, and I'll just kind of open up with this a little bit. I talked about this recently, I believe, but There are seasons in our life where I can look back and be honest, where I'm like, I know there's areas that I'm slacking and I'm not giving my full attention and full effort to. And I did talk about this on the last episode, and that's been my health and fitness probably over the last year or so. Still being active, still being mindful of what I'm eating and things like that, not like overly unhealthy or not gaining a bunch of weight or anything like that. But to my standard of where I want to be, definitely have let things slip. Over the past month or so, man, I went on my Instagram and talked about it. And I'm like, we're locked in. Push the guys inside of the Brotherhood group. I challenged them on a Monday morning inside of our Slack channel. I just kind of poured into them and gave them this long spiel. But essentially, I was like, we're getting locked in. Like, it's time to get focused. I want to finish the summer strong. I want to finish the end of this year strong. And man, I want to go into 2026, which is even crazy to even think about. But I want to go into that year just ready to execute on a high level. I feel like it's like, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? And with that thought concept, it comes or brings me to the topic of today, and that is just helping us as men understand that leadership starts at home. Like, it starts at home. Like, you can lead in your work, you can lead in other areas, but man, I'm asking you this question, just man to man, brother to brother. I'm asking you this question, and be honest with yourself. Are you leading at home? Are you leading at home? Are you leading by example in your faith? Just pause there for a second. Are you leading by example in your faith? Are you leading by example in your health? Are you leading by example in how you communicate? Are you leading by example in how you show up and how present you are in your home? That's my question. I want you to think about that, because if you're not, in my opinion, what you do outside of the home is irrelevant. Like, it doesn't matter. If you're not leading inside of your home, what you do outside of your home, it's not as important as what you're not doing inside of your home. And I'm not trying to sit up here like I'm perfect and I got everything together, but I am sitting up here speaking to you from a place of holding you accountable, holding myself accountable to being the men we're supposed to be for our family first. The Lord calls us to lead our family. The Lord calls us in 1 Timothy 3:5, it says, basically summing it up, if you don't know how to if you don't know how to manage your family, how can you lead anything else? Just kind of summing it up. If you don't know how to lead and manage your family, how do you expect to lead and manage anything else? And some of you might be like, well, I might not be leading at home in the best way, but I'm crushing it at work, or I crush it out in the community. Then I would ask, number one, if you are doing that, do you feel like you're actually executing at the highest level possible? Is there any more that you could be doing? I would say you're not leading. We're not leading. If that is us, we're not leading to our highest potential if we're not leading at home. We're holding something back. We're not truly ourselves for some reason. So I want myself, man, I want us to take a good hard look at our home life, how we interact with our wife, how we interact with our kids, how present we are with our family. Are we doing it? Are we leading in a way that we would be proud of? I think it's a question we need to really start thinking about, because it's easy to post on social media. It's easy to, try to give off this persona of this is who I am. But I think deep down, a lot of us aren't who we actually are, and who we are in public is different than we are in private. And that is not okay. We need consistency, and we need more integrity amongst men in our country. I need to be who I am at home and out in the public eye. Like, it needs to be consistent, and it needs to be in alignment. It can't be off. Shouldn't be off. Same thing goes for you. Who you are at home needs to be who you are out in public. And if you're not a certain way at home, or if you don't lead a certain way at home, the question is why? Why don't you? So we have to understand that the foundation of leadership, if we want to lead to our highest potential or to the best of our ability, I believe that starts at home. We need to lead at home first. We need to lead by example when it comes to how we communicate, how we talk, how present we are, when it comes to our anger, when it comes to our self-control, when it comes to just interaction at home. We need to lead by example in how we exercise and treat our bodies in what we eat, what we consume, what we watch, what we listen to. Because we have kids watching us, some of us, or our spouse is watching us. Our kids, our spouse are watching everything that we do, and they are influenced by everything that we do. It's like, that's great if you have a multi-million-dollar business and you're crushing it out in the public, but if you're doing that, but you're not crushing it at home, I would say like we're failing. We're failing. We're not living up to the standard. We're not being the men we're called to be. Because what you build out there, the business you build, the relationships you build, the community you build outside of your own home, if that same effort, energy, love, compassion, empathy, patience is not also in your home, we are failing. We're not doing it right. So, leadership, the foundation of it, it starts at home. Okay, and why does it start at home? Number one, like I said, because we're always being watched, especially if you're listening to this and you're a dad, bro, your kids are always watching. They're always watching everything that you do. And what you do, what you say, how you talk, how you act, that matters. They pay attention to that. And they do as we do. So if you don't want your kids talking back to you or your wife, are you lipping? I don't even know if lipping's a word. Are you lipping at your wife? Are you talking? Are you and your wife not communicating well? If you don't want your kids to be angry, if you don't want your wife to be angry, are you always angry? If you want better communication from your kids or from your wife, do you have a good communication? This is an area for me to be vulnerable and open up a little bit. That's something I'm working on. Me and my wife, I need to communicate better. I think there's instances in my relationship and our marriage that I need to be more patient. I think there's times as a dad, I need to be way more present. On that note, I just took my daughter on a daddy-daughter date. She's 6, and it was my first one that I've ever taken her on. And it's kind of embarrassing to say that, but it's the truth. My first one I've ever taken her on a one-on-one daddy-daughter date, and this is going to be something I continue to do now, and it's something I've been wanting to do. I just honestly haven't made the specific time to do that. And the guys in my Brotherhood group are the guys who held me accountable to do that. I was talking to one of them on the phone, and he was like, bro, I'm going to ask you. And he said, don't make me cuss. Have you taken your daughter out yet? And I said, no, I haven't. He said, do it this week. And I did it the next day because he was right. And he's a guy who has older kids. His daughter is just going off to college. And he was like, bro, you're going to blink your eyes and you're going to be like me. You're sending your daughter off to college. That just like gave me chills. And I was like, no, I have to do this. So I did it. But it's like that's an area in my life where I need to be more present. I need to be more intentional. I need to schedule things. I need to focus. And I can't worry about work as much as I do. I know I'm trying to build something and give my family things and grow a business and impact lives and help disciple men. Like I am trying to do that. But I also need to take ownership, take action, and take responsibility more when it comes to the presence that I have with my kids and how I communicate with my wife. And that's me. And I'm just going to say, like, what about you? Because leadership is always happening. I don't want my daughter to grow up not having those intimate one-on-one moments with me. Because if I'm not having that time with her, and then she builds this idea in her head what her interaction with another man should look like because she didn't have that intentional time on a date, through conversations, through lessons, all those things with me, then who knows what will happen in the future for her. And I want to do the best job that I can, loving on her, serving her, leading her, so that she has a high standard when that time comes in her future. So she has high expectations when that time comes in her future. Same thing with my boys, spending one-on-one time with them. I want to pour into them, teach them, love them, lead them, not through just words, but through actions. And the only way, I can't just say those things. I need to do. I need to spend time with. I need to take ownership and put it in my schedule and make time for it because they are always watching. They're always, kids are, I know this is cliche, and if you're a parent, you've heard this, but kids are truly like a sponge. And in my situation, for those who don't know, I'm divorced. I'm remarried now, but I'm divorced. So my kids that I have now are not me and Maggie's. So I don't see my kids every single day. So I need to do an even better job at putting emphasis on spending time with them. So because our kids are always learning, man, what kind of leader are our kids? What kind of leader are your kids experiencing? What kind of leader is your wife experiencing? I think things fall apart in our homes, marriage-wise, kids-wise, as husbands, as fathers, just because of lack of attention. Like, that's it. A lack of detail, a lack of attention. I think the more we focus on other things, the more things in our home fall apart. And the more they fall apart, that's where whether it's our kids or our wife, that's where they start to seek other validation and love and attention from whatever it is outside of you. And it's like, while that's not okay, it's also like, whose fault is that? If you're not pouring in, if I'm not pouring in to my kids and my wife and loving them and leading them and being patient with them and giving them attention and things like that, giving them guidance, giving them leadership, if I'm not doing it, who's going to do it? If I'm not influencing my kids, someone else will be. And that's not okay with me. I'm not saying I don't want my kids to have a role model or to look up to people. I'm not saying that at all. Of course I want them to, but from a foundational standpoint, I want them to get their leadership, their main influence from me and how I lead them in a biblical and in a faithful way. That's what I want. So whether you believe it or not, whether you realize this or not, man, leadership is always happening. The question is, what kind of leadership are they experiencing in your home? That's something we need to think about. That's something I want you to process, and I want you to really sit with and ask yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Period. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Period. And if I'm not, why? And then the next thing, after you acknowledge it, then do something about it ASAP. Don't wait. See, I think a lot of us are operating our lives as if we know for sure the next day, month, week, year, whatever, 10 years, 5 years down the road, it's going to happen for sure. We're not operating out of like what the Bible says, like tomorrow's not promised. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. God says, don't worry about tomorrow. Today has enough worries of its own. Focus on today, be present, be where our feet are. But we're so busy living in a year from now, and I'm talking about myself, a year from now, 5 years from now, that we forget to be present and make the most of today. That's what I want you to focus on from this episode. I hope this fires you up, man. It fires me up talking about it. It really does. Because I do want to be that guy who is leading my home well. I do want to be that man who's loving my wife, leading my kids consistently well. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect in that. I'm not saying I'm never going to have a bad day or a bad season or whatever it is. But I want to be a man who's intentional about how I show up for my kids, for my wife, and for our home. And I want you to have the same thing, that urgency to just love and be there and be patient, be present. That's what I want you to do. And here's the thing. A lot of us can, when we think about why we're not doing it, it's easy, man, to think of every excuse why you're not doing it. I'm busy. She's the more like spiritual, God, faith-driven one. My wife is, not me. Or I'll do it later. These are all excuses. These are all excuses. Like I said before, I believe we have a version of ourselves in our mind that we want to be, that we would like to be. But for whatever reason, we're not him yet. Keyword yet. You can be. I believe you can be. But that version that you believe is in you, or that you think you can be, or that you want to be, that version of you, he's not just going to appear out of nowhere. He's got to be worked out through action, through discipline, through consistency. That husband you want to be, that you're like, man, why do I keep being short-tempered? Why do I keep letting this bug me? Why do I keep being selfish? Why do I keep doing whatever it is towards my wife and that makes us bicker? Whatever it is. Why do I keep doing that? Because you're not working on you. You're not, honestly, I think you're not surrendered fully to the Lord in some areas, possibly. I think you're living more for yourself than your family. I think you're worried about what other people think more than what the Lord thinks of you and what your family thinks of you. I think you're probably hiding some kind of sin in your life. I think there's a lot of things going on. And so instead of facing those things head on, we just make excuses. And that's got to stop. Like, it's got to stop. You're not too busy. She might be the one who might be a little bit more spiritually mature than you. Like, I understand that in some situations that is true, but okay. And just because you're not there doesn't mean you can't be there or beyond that. You keep putting it off. I'll do it later. Like I just said, stop operating like tomorrow's guaranteed or next week is guaranteed. You don't have later. You have right now to make a decision. And then what? Don't be the guy who keeps later like never comes. So many guys out there. I'll do this later. I'll commit later. I'll get focused later. No, man, get focused, commit, get locked in, go all in right now, today, right after this episode. I don't want you to be the guy that later never comes or, later is too late. I don't want you to be the guy that later never comes or later is too late. Man, that was good. That felt good coming out. But for real, I don't want you to be that guy. And you don't want to be that guy. Time that we stop making excuses, realize our actions and how we are in the home, it matters. And people, our kids and our wife, they're watching and we're leading them in some way. Where are we leading them? How are we leading them? I want you to think about through all of this. So we went over a lot, talked about the last thing we did was about excuses. But man, now let's get practical. Like, what can we do? You're like, all right, Steph, you got me fired up. I'm ready to go. I love it. I'm feeling it. The Brotherhood Rising. I'm even thinking about the Brotherhood group maybe a little bit. Little plug. Best faith-based personal development program, in my opinion, but I'm biased. But I got you fired up. I got you focused. And you're like, all right, what can I do? I'm going to keep this simple. Number one, in your faith, man, you and God. Like you and the Lord. That's where it's going to start. You and the Lord. Get that locked in. Get on your knees. I'm big on this. Get on your knees. Pray. Seek him. Cry out to him. Oh, I don't know how to pray. I don't know what to say. Just talk to him. The Lord he created you. He already knows what you're thinking, how you're feeling. He already knows it. He wants a relationship with you. And how do we build relationships? Communication, being open, being honest. When you just let words out of your mouth that you're holding in to God, I think it pleases him because he's hearing you. Just think of, because we talk about like God is our heavenly Father. If you're a father, just think about how awesome it would be, no matter what, if your kid comes to you and is like, Dad, I just got to be honest here. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I desire. Here's what I'm struggling with. Here's what I need help with. If your kid did that, that would be awesome. Man, I love that. You feel like you can come to me and talk to me like that and share with me what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're scared of, what you're excited for, what you're ashamed of. You are talking to, bro, that is amazing. I'm proud of you, son. That's how you would be. That's how I would be. God is no different. And God loves you 1,000,000 times more than we love our kids. So when you go to him, man, with people who are like, I don't know how to pray. I get that. I understand that. Maybe you didn't grow up in church, or maybe this whole God thing or faith thing is new to you. I understand that. But I'm telling you right now, after this, you have no excuse. Just get on your knees and just speak your mind. God, here's where I'm at. God, here's what I'm struggling with. God, here's what I need help with. God, I love you. God, I need you. God, help me. That's all you have to do. So that's what I would say. Number one, get right with the Lord. Just you and him. Work on that relationship. Get on your knees. Open your Bible. Seek him. Pray to him. Number two, be active with your kids in that. Pray with your kids. Ask them if they want to pray. You lead them in prayer. Pray with your wife. Ask her if she wants to pray. You lead her in prayer. I wonder how many men listening to this right now, and just for you, I wonder, have you prayed with your wife today? This week, this month, this year, since you've been married? Have you ever prayed with her? If not, man, do that ASAP. I want to encourage you to do that as soon as possible. Just grab her hands and pray with her. Pray over her. Pray over your marriage. Pray over your guys' relationship. Just take that time to do that. Do that with your kids. I promise you, man, they're going to love it. They will love it. Take that time to do that. Next, so getting right with God, prioritizing that relationship. Get on your knees, pray, open your Bible. Get right in your faith, take action, be the leader in your faith with your family. Pray with your kids, pray with your wife, read the Bible together, talk to them about God and faith and things like that. Just have conversation. Go to church together, something. The next thing, with your health. Eat foods that are whole foods. Eat foods that are high in protein. Eat foods that support the goals you have for yourself. And it's so funny, man. I've been coaching for over a decade. I've heard everything under the sun as to why nutrition and working out and fitness and all these things are hard. I'm like, bro, no, it's not. It's not hard. You know, if the food you're eating, if it's the chips, if it's the donuts, if it's the crackers, if it's the cookies, I'm not saying I'm against those things, but I'm saying if that's a majority of what you're eating, or the fast food or the processed food, if that's majority of what you're eating, you know that's not what you should be eating. Because I could say, should you eat the fast food or should you eat a grilled chicken salad? You know the answer. Should you go and get Panda Express, or should you grill a steak at home and make some sweet potatoes and some broccoli? You know the answer. Should you pound beer over the weekend, or should you drink water, eat good food, and exercise, maybe go on a couple walks or runs or jogs or bike rides or go to the gym? You know the answer. It's not you don't know what to do. You just aren't holding yourself accountable to do it. You aren't disciplined enough to do it. So start prioritizing those things. And bro, if you need help, this is a plug for the Brotherhood group. Join, or at least seek out information about the Brotherhood group, because it's not for everybody. You can't just join. Seek out information about it. Follow workout plans. We have protocols in our nutrition, our health, and our mindset. There's things to follow. The Brotherhood code, the plan is there. But if it's not that, man, go to a gym and get help from a trainer. Go to YouTube and follow a workout thing. Chat GPT, something to follow. There's no excuse, and you know what to do. You're just being lazy. You're making excuses, and you're taking the easy road. Oh, I'm busy. This is all I could grab. No, it's not. You just didn't meal prep. You didn't cook anything. So get yourself right with your nutrition and with your healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle, I mean exercise. Walk more. Bro, if you're really just getting started, I challenge you to walk 7 days in a row for 30 minutes each day. I challenge you to do that. If you're not just getting started and you have some experience, start lifting weights 3 to 4 times a week. Upper body, lower body, upper body again, full body. Or lower body, upper body, lower body again, full body. Or full body, full body, full body, full body. Something like that. And then walk the other days of the week. Go on a 45-minute to an hour and a half walk. Hour walk. Prioritize water. The process, that's why I love how we do the Brotherhood group, because it's not complicated. I make it super simple. But the reason why it's successful, the reason why men are successful is because you're held accountable. That's what you're missing. Not that I'm blowing these guys' minds with these fitness and nutrition secrets and concepts. It's very straightforward, but they're held accountable and they're held to a standard. All right. So we have faith, we have health and fitness, and now just leadership at home. Man, look at your life as a dad, as a husband, and ask yourself, how can I lead better? Do I need to be patient? Do I need to be more present? Do I need to be more loving? Do I need to be more caring? Do I need to listen? Do I need to focus? What do I need to do, and how can I do it? And if you don't know, bro, go ask your wife, hey, babe, how can I love you more? How can I be more present? How can I help around the house more? Kids, what do you want to do with dad? What would make you happy? What would help you have more fun? How would you feel more loved by me? Bro, that question. How would you feel more loved by me? If you do all these things, man, these are practical things that you can do. If you need to go back and re-listen, go back and re-listen. But those are all practical things you can do. And I love how the first thing we started was with you and your relationship with God, and then you and your family's relationship with God. Takes me to Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That will be your family mantra if you do what I just laid out and focus on that foundation of you and God first, and then you and your family and your faith there, and you and your family and God. That's what I want you to do, man. Take action from this episode. Go back and listen to that process again if you need to, but there is no excuse after you listen to this episode. Everything you need is right there. Okay, if you want to change, if you want to impact your business more, if you want to impact your community more, man, if you want to impact the world more, I love the ambition If you want to grow a business and all these things and do it the right way and enjoy doing it along the way, and if you want to impact lives and help people and change their lives, like I love that. But I'm telling you, it starts with your home. Impact your home first. Change the lives of the people in your home first. Don't push it off. Don't wait. Don't say I'll do it later. Don't make excuses. Just do that first and foremost and put emphasis on it and be intentional about it. And then from there, I believe your whole perspective and how you show up outside of your home will change. And I can't wait to see that. And I can't wait to hear that. Can't wait to hear about it from you. So, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope this podcast was valuable to you. I hope you learned a lot. And I hope more than that, I hope you go and do. Take action. Okay? Take action. One way you can take action that will help me, subscribe to this podcast, share it with another brother, join the Brotherhood group, or at least seek out information about it. It's a faith-based personal development program that helps you become mentally strong, physically fit, and spiritually sound. And man, we're changing lives. God is moving inside of that. But I'll tell you right now, it's not for everybody. And if you're not serious about personal growth, if you're not serious about getting right with the Lord first and foremost, it's not for you. And I wouldn't encourage you to reach out. But if that is something you're curious about even, or like want to start focusing on those areas, then definitely reach out. You find me on Instagram at Stephone, STEPHONE _Allen, ALLEN. Find me on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. I used to be, but I'm not. Find me on YouTube. All the same. Look me up. Look up the Brotherhood group. Ask questions, whatever you need. All the info really is on my Instagram, my Facebook. So find stuff there. But if you have questions, man, let me know. But more than that, that stuff aside, listen to this episode as many times as you can. Take action from it, man, and let's grow and let's be better. Love you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.